This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. Today we're breaking down Kenyon Martin calling out Chris Paul for disrespecting him and how leadership really works on the court. So let's check this clip out.
He come out his mouth sideways because you wrong. I'm not him for you to think you finna talk crazy to when you dead wrong.
The big man.
Pick and roll coverage. Who's supposed to call the coverage out?
The big man.
I call the coverage out. There's a timeout. He turned, get screened, and come over there upset. That ain't the coverage I call. He come out his mouth sideways because you wrong. I'm not him for you to think you finna talk crazy to when you dead wrong. I'll beat you up on this bench.
Is that what you told him?
Straight the up.
Okay.
I will beat you the up. I got more games played than you, more experience. This is when we were the Clippers at the time, which is factual. Mm-hmm. More games played, more playoff games played, more experience, this, all of these things. And now he wanted with the Vinny come over there trying to intervene. Shut the up. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Back to you.
Vinny the Black.
I am not him. You're not smart. I told him, you're not smarter than me out here. You don't know more than me out here. I call the coverage out, nigga. You're supposed to do what the I say. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. Everybody the same, dog. Everybody don't go for it. I'm not him. Other people went for it. I see you going certain situations. I'm peeping. I'm not him to go for it. Other dudes went for it. They needed that. At that juncture in my career, I was good.
How did he handle that exchange with you, though?
Did you say
he bowed down?
Okay,
because he like with the sarcasm. Yeah, you right. You got more. You fucking right. I'm right. And I will still beat you the up.
A good exclamation point to the combo.
Fast forward. He having conversations about me with people that he don't know I know. Talking bad about this. It get back to me. I approach you. You can't do that. You can't, but the point I'm in, you can't treat everybody the same. At this junction of your career where you are, you have to humble yourself and be a leader. You can still be holding people accountable, but it's how you going about it. You can still be the same vocal leader that you have been. You can still be doing all that you can be. At this juncture, 40 years old, when it's decline has happened.
Kenyon Martin did not hold back. He put Chris Paul on blast and completely flipped the narrative about leadership and respect.
I don't like it. It just didn't work out like we thought it would. And like I said, I don't like it for CP. But it just wasn't a good fit. And we understood that. And so, like I said, it was an organization, they made the choice, and so moving forward, we got to see what we do. We'll see.
You said it was an organizational decision. Were you part of that decision? Do you agree with the decision? And do you think this will help your team moving forward?
I don't think it necessarily helped our team. I don't think the reason why we're 5-16 because of CP's, play. I just think that it wasn't a good fit for what he was looking for. And, it is what it is. And so do I want to see CP go out like this? No, I have a lot of respect for him. He's been a friend of mine over the years. And you never want to see a great go out, like this. But I'm pretty sure he will find something because he's a great player. And so I didn't want to see it end like this.
It's just kind of like it's kind of like a slap on the back on your way out type of thing. I was present when Blake Griffin was traded. My personal situation. This is a person that told me I can relax. I'm not getting traded. 15 minutes later, I was an Atlanta Hawk. And now we have this scenario. So, and you guys been working for me. This is going on year 3 now. I've held my tongue and not been critical of L. Frank because that's not really my style. And I didn't want to be the scorned ex-girlfriend. I didn't want to be that person. And so I never spoke about him in this manner. But when you do this to a guy, and I'm going to keep harping on it, that 3 was going up in the rafters. That 3 was going up. And you do this to that guy? Like, okay, cool. He's talking. Okay, cool. He got a lot to say. Chris Paul has always had a lot to say. You know what you're signing up for when you sign Chris Paul. He's always had a lot to say. You know that. He's an acquired taste. So now that he's talking and you're the target of talking, you release him or you tell him to go home in the middle of the night on the road? Come on, man, you don't do that. That's bad business.
Kenyon Martin opens up about a tense confrontation with Chris Paul during their time with the Clippers, highlighting a moment that revealed the dynamics of leadership, respect, and experience on the basketball court. According to Martin, as the team's big man, it was his responsibility to call pick-and-roll coverage, a critical role that requires precision, authority, and communication with teammates. During a timeout, Chris Paul became visibly upset and questioned the coverage Kenyon called, speaking disrespectfully in a way that Martin felt was unacceptable given his experience and tenure in the league. Martin emphasizes that he had far more games played, more playoff experience, and overall knowledge of situational basketball, which positioned him as a leader who deserved to be heard and respected in that moment. He recounts telling Paul directly that he was wrong and that his attitude was inappropriate, asserting that he would not defer to Paul simply because of his star status. The tension, however, did not stop there, as Martin later discovered that Paul had discussed him with other people who were not directly involved, which further fueled his frustration. Martin uses this story to illustrate a broader point about leadership, that being vocal and holding teammates accountable is essential, but it must be balanced with humility and awareness of one's stage in a career.